say, now wait a minute. Didn't we just read that the Pharisees stood in public places and they blew the trumpet so that they could be seen, their works could be seen by men? Yes, but Jesus said that our works should be seen by men. But I want you to notice the difference. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 16. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 16. Let your light so shine before men that they may what? See your good works. That's the same as what the Pharisees, they wanted their good works to be seen. But Jesus says that they may see your good works and what? And glorify your Father in heaven. There's the difference. You see, the Pharisees kept the law because they wanted to be seen by men, because they wanted to earn God's salvation by showing how good they were. Jesus says, you cannot be saved by keeping the commandments. You cannot be saved simply because you follow externally a list of rules. I want you to notice Matthew chapter 23 and verses 25 to 28. We're still dealing with the first ditch, the right-hand ditch, the ditch that has to do with the idea that you can keep God's law, God will save you, and human beings will recognize your greatness because of all of the good things that you do. Matthew 23, verse 25. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. What's a hypocrite? It's someone who appears to be one thing when inside they are what? They're another. So he says, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you cleanse the what? There it is, the outside of the cup and dish. But inside, they are full of extortion and self-indulgence. Blind Pharisee, first cleanse the inside of the cup and dish, that the outside of them may be clean also. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like whitewashed tombs, which indeed appear beautiful outwardly, but inside are full of dead men's bones and all uncleanness. Even so, you also outwardly appear righteous to men, but inside you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. So what was the problem of the Pharisees, the problem of the Jews? They claimed to keep God's law, to keep God's commandments. But they did not have love. They did not have faith. They had the wrong motivation. They wanted glory for themselves. They wanted God to save them because of the good works that they were performing. But folks, there's another ditch. It's the left-hand ditch. It's called antinomianism. You say, what is antinomianism? It's the idea that you can be saved and you don't have to keep the commandments. In other words, one side of the ditch is where people say, I'm saved by my works, and the motivation of faith is not there. On the other side, you have those who say, I'm saved by grace through faith, and my works don't matter at all. Keeping the law is unnecessary because Jesus kept the law for me, or because the law was nailed to the cross, or because the law was meant for the Jews. Are you understanding the other side of the spectrum? And there are texts, primarily from the writings of the Apostle Paul, that antinomians love to use. For example, Galatians 2 and verse 16. Galatians chapter 2 and verse 16. Here the Apostle Paul says, knowing that a man is not justified, this is important, man is not justified by the works of the law, but by what? By faith in Jesus Christ.